What's up, YouTube? Your boy is back with another video. 12 videos that would keep you up at night. As you know, I'm not doing this at night. I'm home alone by myself, and I'm glad it's not nighttime. It's clearly daytime outside, and I'm not doing this junk at night because I'm not scared of certain stuff. Like, I can watch the whole Conjuring series, and speaking of the Conjuring, the new one just came out Friday. I got to see that, in A Quiet Place. But I can watch the whole Conjuring series. If you go to my Netflix history, all you would see is scary movies and a couple funny ones, but mostly scary. I love scary movies. But it's like when I'm sitting right here close to a screen, even though like I'm on my phone watching it like right there, but it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. It just hit different when you're watching a compilation of scary stuff. But we got 12 videos that would keep you up at night. Let's react to this junk. And you said I was scared, so I can't do it at night. I'll do one at night just because you just said that, alright? Because I'm not scared, alright? Anyways, let's react to this thing. We got my boy Chills. I've been watching Chills for a long time. He be like, number 9. But we're going to react to this video. Let's get straight into it.
And what really happened.
Oh,
and
snap.
more importantly, if it could also happen to you.
What the frick
Number
was that?
12. Two friends
that.
are riding in a train when one of them makes a weird request.
Alright, Krista, stick your head out.
Krista does as she is asked without hesitation, sticking her head out the window and grinning wide without checking behind her.
Not on a train.
At first, it seems like the other...
He should have warned her, bro. That's messed up. He was waiting to get some cool footage. That's just messed up. He warned her as soon as she saw it. That's messed up. He could have said, get out, get out, get out. But he just kept it going. He wanted to kill her. That's messed up. It's not a cool friend.
Friend was just trying to get a funny picture, but I can't help but wonder what his real intentions were. It's his idea for Krista to do this in the first place, and watching the video again,
he wanted to kill her.
He has a clear view of the oncoming train and full 4 seconds to tell her to get out of the way, yet for some reason says nothing at all.
Facts.
Number 11.
I used to do that in my dad's car. Like when I used to be in my dad's car, I used to stick my head out the window. That's only when we in the neighborhood, obviously. But the wind would just blow. That junk was lit.
A group of friends are riding down the street when they see a human-like figure running in the shadows. You can't see anything at all on camera until they roll down the window and shout something to get its attention. A mistake they instantly regret once they finally come eye to glowing eye. What's absolutely insane about this video, aside from how a man with no shoes somehow instantly catches up to a moving car, is how his eyes glow white. As far as I know, only animal eyes reflect light in this way. In other words, the face you're looking at cannot belong to a human. Number 10. A woman from Everett, Washington cowers in her bathroom while 2 hooded invaders kick in her door. One of them has a yellow crowbar that could do something serious if she tries to resist them. I'm not sure, but I think they might have a weird concern for her safety. Listen to this part and try to tell me what the person on the right says.
Where's it at? Where's it at, man? We ain't gonna hurt you. He's in the shower. Watch out!
Also, listen close to this part, and it sounds like he says, "Ma'am, we ain't gonna hurt you," at the beginning here. Though judging from her terrified screams afterwards, I'm not sure if they held true to this promise. Number 9.
They was probably trying to move her and she didn't want to move. That's actually kind of sad. They probably just wanted to rob the place and not hurt her. But I guess she was resisting and he was trying to pull her to get into the closet or whatever it was she was hiding in. And she just started screaming. Dang, bro. So I gotta keep your gun.
Professional snake handler jumps in his tank with 3 of his meanest pythons to show that they are relatively tame. His demonstration backfires though when the large albino lunges at him multiple times. This really wasn't the best idea in the world, but I think he could have pulled it off if he had only made less hand gestures when speaking. It seems like the snake is mostly attracted to his hand movements, which often look like the rapid twitching movements of prey. I think his left hand gets the snake's attention here.
It's the big New Year's Day. And we just...
I think I watched him on Instagram.
The giant reptile seems to calm down until he moves his hand again to thrust an index finger in the air.
The real mean one's the other one.
After 3 lunges in 2 minutes, he decides to wrap up the video before the python wraps him up instead. Number 8. It's 10:30 at night when a vehicle's headlights chance upon a large and mysterious creature in the road.
That was a dog.
It's hard to make out, but the creature appears to be in a ready stance, with its head low to the ground. I thought it could be a possum because of its coloring, but it's far too large. Something about the way it's standing doesn't look natural to me. So let me know what you think this is, and if it's even from this world. Number 7. This video was taken at a medical center in Ulhasnagar, India. At first, it seems like an escaped patient is scaling a column to get to the 2nd floor, but look closely and you'll see some of their movements are quite unnatural. For one thing, this person appears way too light, almost like they weigh almost nothing at all. Look how they reach up with their left hand and grab onto a completely flat section of the wall at the 9-second mark. There doesn't even appear to be anything to hold on to, but somehow pull themselves up. Their arms and legs are way too long here, and it looks constantly hunched over even when it climbs. Whatever this is, it barely looks to be human. Number 6. This city council meeting in Orange County, California is about to erupt in chaos. A man finishes giving a speech and appears to not appreciate being recorded.
Loser.
So classy.
When the cameraman stands up and walks towards him, he pulls a blade and everyone runs.
Congratulations.
Here's a knife. Here's a knife. Here's a knife. Here's a knife.
Based on what this video shows, I think he did disrupt the entire assembly and cause the panic. It was definitely the wrong thing to do in my opinion, but at the same time, I don't think he had any intention of actually using the blade. Watch again and you'll see he flashes it and then tucks it away in the palm of his hand. He is also standing far away and does not move forward or point it. As of this video's release, he has yet to appear in court for a fair trial. Number 5. This neighbor has reportedly been a problem for years. This time it's 4 in the morning when she comes loudly banging on the door and ringing the doorbell. This part is hard to see, so I'll zoom in. After she rings the doorbell, she briefly puts something on the ground. It's mostly hidden behind the pillar, but at the 19-second mark you can see
No, I'm playing.
the clear shape of a large blade. It's only there for 2 seconds and then moved off camera. The entire encounter happens in less than a minute. I have no idea why she had this blade or what she had planned, but I do know there's no good reason to be knocking on your neighbor's door at 4 a.m. holding one.
Dude,
Number 4.
Once you launch, I will answer that door with a whole gun, and as soon as she's in my grass, I'm shooting. I don't care. That's some creepy stuff. I might have to move out of the neighborhood. That lady's weird, and she's old. Not saying like old means something, but like if you're an old lady doing weird stuff like that, you're not in the right mindset. I could see if it was a young kid. They got bullied at school, or they just want to do some stupid stuff. But old lady, like, you should be mature by now.
It's very sketchy.
That's gonna break Lucas. For real.
Lucas Harza decides to tempt fate and impress his friends by crossing a half-frozen pond in Little Rock, Arkansas. The situation does not look good from the very start. Here you can see and hear a long crack form across the thin ice, and he's not even a foot out yet. Eventually, he soft shoes his way to a thicker patch of ice and thinks he's safe. But keep in mind the water is freezing. Once you're under, you only have a minute or two to get out before your muscles seize and you sink to the bottom. Lucas gets smaller and smaller as he moves away from the camera and closer to dry land. He must choose each step wisely and visually estimate where the ice is the thickest before putting any weight on it.
That's the dumbest thing in the world. I mean, I could see like some things you just want to say that you did in life. Like, I crossed an ice thingy, an ice lake. I can say that. Like, not every human can say I crossed that. So you saying that you could tell your kids that you did that and this video proof is cool, But why would you even want to do that in the first place? Like, that's only like, I don't know, bro. Like, we killed a dragonfly. My mom killed the dragonfly in the car, and then like I would never touch a dragonfly a day in my life. But I touched it. Said I could say I could touch the dragonfly. You could say you could cross the iceberg. It's certain things you could say you did in life, which is cool. Not a lot of people can say. But this right here is just dumb.
Doing a pretty good job for a while until 4 minutes and 35 seconds later.
Oh! Oh!
You can hear the panic in his friend's voice as they watch Lucas struggle and thrash below. They are too far away and there's nothing they could have possibly done to save him in time. Lucas was already at the shallow end and looks to be in neck-deep water. This is still far from safe though, and he appears to be exhausted by the time he pulls himself free. I have little doubt that Lucas would have been a goner if this had happened just a minute earlier when he was even farther out. Number 3.
I wouldn't even go save him.
This Canadian 80s commercial was supposed to convince people to switch from oil heating to electric, but all it did was scare children all across Ontario with a singing boiler mascot. First of all, it's a huge gray face with sharp pointy features. Second, it's just the right size to eat a kid. Third, the cheerful way it talks sounds crazy and menacing.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Plus the eyes roll around constantly and some of the camera angles makes it look straight out of a horror movie. This commercial probably didn't convince many people to switch to electric, but it did convince everyone to quickly change the channel. Number 2.
No, the worst commercial is that old lady that be like, I'm not trying to make fun of her, but she had the whole, she that was a bad stutter. She smoked cigarettes. Me and my brother, that's our biggest fear. We'll be watching TV, and that commercial would come on. You just see the pictures, and you think it's a regular commercial, and all you hear is, and it pops up, and that junk scares the crap out of me. That junk is so freaking scary, bruh. Like, bruh, watch not the cigarette commercials that be like, where they pull out their tooth. You gotta watch the scary ones where it's the old people and they be talking. That junk is the scariest commercial. That commercial, and that's just that's the number one scary commercial. I don't care. That makes me want. We used to skip or just pause and wait, because you know how in direct TV where you can't skip or be like doom doom, you can't skip all the way. So we would pause it and just wait for the thing to go, and we would skip through that. We're not watching that commercial.
This old house is allegedly haunted by the angry spirit of a previous inhabitant. Watch what happens in the dark basement shortly after a ghost investigator named Lyle Show sets up a camera and leaves. As soon as the lights turn off and the door shuts, an abnormal amount of orbs dance all around the camera, which then tips over. I think this is more than a coincidence because it happens within 5 seconds of his exit. Something down there obviously doesn't want to be filmed. The angry spirit resists all attempts to communicate. Here at SWAT's an electrometer used to detect paranormal disturbances in the air. Between this and the camera falling over, I think the spirit wants to be left alone. And I think it's probably best to respect its privacy before it gets any more insistent. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. My new music video Stranger was recently released. Could I get your honest opinion on whether it's good or bad? Tap the circle icon in the top right corner. Then tap my music video to watch it. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person. So if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way you'll be notified of the new videos I upload every Thursday and Saturday. Number 1. It's 3 in the morning when a motel guest loses his mind and starts smashing out windows while ranting. Listen to this part and try to tell me what he's saying. I think he might be asking, isn't this the worst y'all seen twice here? But let me know what you hear.
This is the worst y'all seen it? Isn't this the worst y'all seen it?
This is the worst y'all seen it?
Isn't this the worst y'all seen it?
He then
is
says
wrong
something
with it?
else
Put some clothes on.
incomprehensible to me, but maybe you'll be able to tell.
Who deserves to live, y'all? Who deserves to live? Do you believe that you deserve to live? If you believe that you deserve to live, y'all better get out here and stop being to death.
I'm really interested in trying to piece together whatever semblance of life.
I'm not living in those apartments. Those apartments are weird. Like, the ones that are, like, big, and, like, everybody got their own balcony. But that, you gotta share a balcony. Is that a hotel? Or is those apartments? Because those are weird. I don't know.
Logic he had at the time. One thing's clear, he no doubt needed medical attention after breaking out so many windows with his
type in apartment movie on Netflix. I don't know what it's called, but it's about an apartment.
bare hands. Sometimes a crazy event will leave you with only seconds.
Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hit the like and subscribe button. Turn on that post notification bell on, and we guys will see you. I will see you in another video. Your boy is about to clock out. I stuttered way too much. I don't got a stuttering problem. But anyways, guys, forget it. Forget what I just said. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hit that like and subscribe button. Turn that post notification bell on. And my social media is right here if you want to go check them out. And I will be streaming on Twitch. So I'll see you guys later in the next video. Peace.